always a good reminder, coming back to Finland every once in a while, to show you social conditioning on steroids. Like, could you not? Like, even this reaction, social conditioning on steroids. And I was like, yes, I get the joke. Yes. Is it okay to laugh a little louder than this? No. Is it okay to laugh at the Julien Finland joke? No? If you think about this stifleness, like, oh, I can't scream. It's like you're always kind of walking on eggshells, trying to make sure everything you say and everything you do is okay. What is that reinforcing? And especially if you've been doing it your entire fucking life, it's reinforcing that you are a complete piece of shit and a menace to society. No? It kind of feels like you're living with this fucking enemy inside of you that you have to maintain. That's what happens, by the way, with conditioning. That's PC. It's like you say something, you're like, is it okay to say this? I better filter what I will naturally say, because who knows what that horrible natural me may say. That horrible natural me may say something that's a little bit offensive. I better monitor that piece of shit. I better make sure he doesn't get out of fucking line. That's what it's doing. And you kind of walk around always trying to control yourself. And this is huge, by the way. If you look at the different assumptions, the different beliefs, the different actions, what are they all reinforcing? That you are a piece of shit, that you are the enemy. Just think of this whole attitude of, I must make myself hustle. I must make myself be successful. I must make myself be healthy. What's the assumption behind it? That unless you make yourself, you will fuck yourself over. Do you guys get this?
Yeah.
You think that you will screw yourself over. You think you will ruin yourself to the fucking bottom. Unless you keep that fucking piece of shit you in a cage and keep it under control and make that one just fucking take action and hustle. Because otherwise he will ruin you. You grow up, and to survive, you better fit into your family or you're fucked. That's your interpretation. If they abandon you, you're dead. You're a kid. You won't survive. You're dead. So you're like, oh man, if I'm punished, they don't love me right now. If they don't love me, they could abandon me. If they abandon me, I die. So it's extremely traumatic. And what you do is you start suppressing all these bad things in here. If your parents tell you, hey, being too loud, laughing at inappropriate things, being too expressive, talking back, stating your opinion, no, 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 you start labeling that as bad. And you start shoving it down here. Like, this is bad, and you create this split. All this is good. This is where you're rewarded. This is where you're punished. If you're someone who, it's like you get like extremely jealous, like, don't be jealous. Or you get extremely mad, don't be mad. I don't want that attitude here. Can't ever be mad, can't ever be jealous, can't spark any confrontation, so on and so forth. And you have all this shit inside of you that you just suppress, and it stays there. And then you live your life trying to amplify this, to compensate for the shit inside of you that you hate. And this, you can call it, well, technically all of this is your ego, but let's just say this could be your ego. This is the part of you that's good. And then you filter yourself through this. You're like, is this good? Is this not good? Is this good? Is this not good? Is this good? Is this not good? And depending also on the environments, sometimes, or with the whole PC mentality, all of this is not good except for this little bit here. And then, of course, it's hard to feel like you're good enough because a part of you knows that there's all this shit you fucking hate. And it doesn't matter how much you're compensating for it, you're still compensating for it. It doesn't go anywhere. The way to full core confidence, the way to feeling fucking awesome, is full self-acceptance. It's when you re-own all of this shit here. Now, let's go even deeper. To re-own this, there are two approaches. There's the inner approach, which I said, the guided meditations, for example, and that's how you truly get to the cause. Because a lot of this too, and you can go extremely deep here, and we'll do this at the Transformation Mastery Live, is diving into your subconscious, because it's stuff you've suppressed for so long that you don't even know it's fucking there. Bring some awareness to the different sensations in your body. And just notice whatever comes up when you think of, say, your childhood. Think of your upbringing. Think of not just the pleasant moments, but maybe some of those moments that weren't so pleasant. Some of the times you might have been shamed for being parts of you, for saying something for feeling something, for doing something, or for not saying something, not doing something. If there was any trauma, any disruptions, any kind of chaos or violence, whether it was directly to you or that you witnessed growing up. Replay it and just note the sensations. What was the relationship like between your parents? Were both of your parents there? How did you feel if they were both there? How did you feel if they weren't? What did that say about you? If you sense resistance, just notice the resistance. What about in school growing up? Did you have a lot of friends? Did you have close friends? Did you have no friends? Were you bullied? Were you picked on? Or did you do the bullying? Keep breathing through it from the base of your spine. Is there any self-attack for how you reacted to a scenario or didn't react? If you were bullied and you didn't do anything, what does that say about you? If you were doing the bullying, what does that say about you? If you just observed it, what does that say about you? Who did you always want to impress? Who didn't you impress? Did your parents ever give you that approval? If not, what comes up? And what does that say about you? That's the inner approach. That's how you really get to the cause. But the outer approach can help too. And this is, funny enough, what a lot of pickup is and accomplishes. Where instead of diving into and releasing all the resistance, you go get a reference experience that this is not that bad. So, take pickup. Take success with women. Almost every guy has labeled him liking a girl, him hitting on a girl, as being extremely unacceptable. Why? Because you're probably mocked for it as a kid or shamed for it as a kid. I was fucking shamed for it as a kid. I remember it was like I was super young and there was like this rumor that I liked a girl. And when you're a kid and there's a rumor you like a girl, oh my God, it's the worst thing ever. Everyone's like, oh, you like that girl? And you're like, oh, fuck, no, I don't. I don't. Fuck girls, man. It's all about guys. Yeah. It's like, you know. It's so bad. So you're just like, oh, never know. And like people like sing the songs, then you walk in the hallway, it's like, he likes that girl, and there's the rumors, and then she finds out, and she's like, oh, he likes me, and you're like, oh my God, it's the worst. That's like the worst thing that could fucking happen. So there too, it's very traumatic, because like I must fit into this fucking classroom in school. If I don't have friends, I'm fucked, holy shit. So you tell yourself, hey, the part of me that likes a girl, fuck that. Fuck that. Never let anyone see this. This is totally unacceptable. No, disown it. Now, here you are. Let's learn pickup. You walk up, massive fear. Why? Because it's so fucking unacceptable. That's why there's so much resistance around letting a girl know that you like her. This is also why back in the day there was so much pull towards content like how to pick up, like a title that'll get so many clicks, how to pick up a girl without her knowing that you like her. Invisible game. You know? That's really it, you know? Now, I'm mocking, obviously, like, there's a time and place, and yeah, a lot of game does seem invisible, it's effortless, but that's also why there's a lot of appeal, because you're like, whoa, I can get her without risking exposing this. And what's cool about game is, to really let go of this, you gotta dive in your subconscious and let go of the resistance around that, but by going out and putting yourself in these different experiences where you act on this, where you embrace it, and you realize you didn't die, nothing happened. And you get also a reminder of what it feels like to be you fully. That's like the two benefits. You get a reference that you didn't die, because you think you're gonna die, and you get a reminder of what it's like to be a little bit more of you. Instead of your ego just being this, you remind yourself what it's like to be a bit of that. Okay? Now, it's just a glimpse. Then immediately after, all the subconscious stuff will take over and you're back to being your regular self. But the more glimpses, the better. And that's why it's like, why not hit it from both angles? Get the glimpse from the outer approach, combine it with the inner approach, and truly dive into your subconscious and let go of all that resistance. And that's how you gain core confidence. Because even until then, if you think core confidence, situational confidence, we think situational confidence is like money, looks, status. But situational confidence is also depending on being this part of you and not that part of you. It's still situational. True core confidence, similar to the 10 out of 10, can't depend on anything, or it's still situational. The fact that it depends on something equals situational. You're only confident if the situation is you have that, or you do that, or you believe that, or you think that, or you feel that. Most people, like here's how it gets subtle even in terms of game, they're only confident when they're in state. That's their situational confidence, state, and that's why it never really works, because it's not true state. It goes deep here, and it should be kind of like mind-fucky, but like, this is the journey there. This is Julien, and welcome to Transformation Master.
It was fucking amazing.
This was huge for me. This was so important.
This gave me by far the greatest epiphanies I've ever had.
It just made me finally confront my deepest fears.
And we got like real deep, and I found some issues within myself.
One of the best things I've seen so far in my life.
What you're about to experience going through this program is what completely changed my life on every single level. Okay, be it health, wealth, relationships, higher purpose, you name it. This is the stuff that finally produced that true, long-lasting personal transformation we're all after.